Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about something that most people overlook. It's not noise. It's not shouting. It's not running around desperately searching for answers. No, it is silence. A silence so powerful that it unlocks doors, moves mountains, and calls forth things that are not as though they were. Some of the greatest miracles in history did not come from loud voices, but from silent, unshakable faith, the kind of faith that does not waver. The kind of faith that does not beg, the kind of faith that knows. If you can grasp this truth today, you will never chase after your dreams again, because your dreams will start chasing after you. When we look at the world around us, we see noise, people rushing, talking, debating, and striving. Everyone wants to be heard, everyone wants to be seen. But true power is not found in noise. True power is found in silence. The greatest movements in history began in silence. The most profound transformations did not come from the loudest voices, but from those who carried unshakable faith within them. Faith does not need validation. Faith does not need applause. Faith does not even need to be explained. Faith simply knows. When you plant a seed in the ground, you do not see it for days, sometimes weeks. It does not announce its growth. It does not scream for attention. But deep within the soil, a process is happening. A transformation is underway. The roots begin to form, the foundation is being laid, and one day, without warning, a sprout appears. That is how manifestation works. That is how faith works. It is quiet but unstoppable. Too many people today are trying to force their way into success. They beg, they plead, they push, and when nothing happens, they grow frustrated, doubting whether what they desire will ever come to pass. But the truth is, manifestation does not come from force. It comes from alignment. And alignment happens in silence. When you align yourself with what you desire, when you see it in your mind, feel it in your heart, and believe it with every fiber of your being, you do not have to strive. The thing you desire begins to move toward you. Silence is not inactivity. It is not weakness. It is positioning. When an eagle is ready to strike, it does not make noise. It soars, waiting for the perfect moment. When a lion is ready to pounce, it does not roar. It watches in silence. The power is not in the noise. The power is in the knowing. The power is in the faith that does not waver. Some of you have been praying for things, but you have not yet received them because your spirit is too restless. You pray, but you do not listen. You speak, but you do not receive. But true faith is not found in repeating words over and over. It is found in the moment where you stop speaking and start believing. It is found in the moment where you step back and say, "It is already done." Think about the most powerful moments in history. When battles were won, when kingdoms were established, when miracles happened, there was a moment of silence before the victory. When David picked up his stone to face Goliath, he did not shout, he did not argue. He simply acted in quiet confidence, knowing that the battle was already won. When Moses stretched out his staff over the Red Sea, he did not scream at the water. He did not beg it to part. He simply stood, believing that what was promised was already his. That is the power of unshakable faith. Faith does not beg. Faith does not waver. Faith does not look around for approval. Faith commands. Faith expects. Faith knows. When you truly believe that what you have asked for is already yours, you stop chasing. You stop doubting. You stop questioning. You step into the stillness of faith. And in that stillness, doors open, opportunities find you. Some of you are wondering why your vision has not yet come to pass. Could it be that you are making too much noise? Could it be that your doubt is speaking louder than your faith? Could it be that your words are canceling out your belief? Because when you truly know something is yours, you don't have to prove it. You don't have to convince anyone. You don't even have to convince yourself. You simply walk in it. The moment you embrace the power of silence, the moment you step into that quiet place of unshakable faith, everything changes. Because faith, when it is still, speaks louder than words. There is a principle that many people overlook when it comes to manifesting their desires. They believe that success comes from striving, from constantly working, pushing, and forcing things to happen. But real power is not in the noise. It is in the silence. The strongest forces in nature move without sound. The sun rises each day without an announcement. The tides shift without a single word. The seed grows in the dark soil, unseen and unheard, yet its transformation is inevitable. This is how faith operates. Faith does not beg. Faith does not chase. Faith does not waver. Faith knows. The moment you understand this, everything in your life changes. Most people are restless because they do not truly believe. They pray, but they do not listen. They speak, but they do not receive. They ask, but they keep checking, wondering, and doubting whether their request will come to pass. But true faith does not operate that way. True faith rests. It settles into a place of certainty, where it no longer needs reassurance, because it understands that what has been spoken in the Spirit is already done. Consider the process of planting a seed. Once it is placed in the soil, the farmer does not dig it up every day to check its progress. He does not pace around the field, wondering if it will grow. He knows that as long as the seed remains in the ground, as long as it is watered and given light, it will break through. The same principle applies to manifestation. When you plant a vision in your heart, when you speak it with conviction, you must leave it alone. You do not have to check on it every second. You do not have to keep explaining it to others. You do not have to force it into existence. You know that it is growing beneath the surface, and in the right season it will emerge. The greatest battles are won in silence. When an eagle prepares to strike, it does not make a sound. When a lion is hunting its prey, it does not roar until the victory is already secured. Power is not in the noise. It is in the knowing. This is why the most successful people in the world do not waste time announcing their every move. They work in silence. They grow in silence. And when the time is right, their results speak for them. Many people delay their own manifestation because they are too focused on proving something to others. They share their dreams too soon, seeking validation, but in doing so, they expose their vision to doubt. Not everyone will understand what has been placed in your heart. Not everyone will believe in what you see. That is why silence is a weapon. When you learn to hold your vision in a sacred place, when you protect it from negativity, when you allow it to develop without interference, you become unstoppable. But silence is not just about keeping quiet. It is about inner stillness. A mind that is filled with fear and worry cannot manifest greatness. Some of you have been asking for things, but your spirit is too restless to receive them. You have to get quiet enough to hear, to align, and to believe without questioning. True faith is a position. It is standing in certainty even when nothing around you seems to be changing. It is knowing that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. The moment you embrace silence, the moment you stop chasing and start believing, the moment you settle into unshakable faith, everything shifts. The people, resources, and opportunities that once seemed far away will begin moving toward you. Your steps will be ordered. Your doors will open. Your breakthrough will come not because you were the loudest, not because you fought the hardest, but because you understood the power of silence and faith. There is a misconception that power comes from action alone, that if you work hard enough, push long enough, and speak loud enough, you will receive what you desire. But true power does not come from struggle. It comes from alignment. And alignment is found in silence. The greatest forces in the universe do not make noise. The sun does not need to announce its rising, yet it dominates the sky. The ocean does not need to explain its depth, yet its waves move with undeniable force. A seed does not scream for attention, yet in the right season it bursts through the soil and stands as a mighty tree. This is the nature of faith. It does not beg, it does not waver, it does not try to convince anyone, it simply knows. When you understand this, your entire approach to manifestation changes. You no longer chase opportunities, you attract them. You no longer doubt your vision, you stand firm in it. You no longer waste energy explaining yourself to people who cannot see what you see. What? You do. Instead, you operate from a place of stillness, knowing that what has been spoken in the spirit must come to pass. The problem with many people today is that they are too loud in their fears and too silent in their faith. They constantly question, wonder, and worry if what they desire will ever happen. But faith does not question, it expects. Faith does not hope, it believes. And faith does not seek proof, it creates. When you plant a seed in the ground, you do not stand over it shouting, commanding it to grow faster. You trust the process. You understand that though you do not see movement on the surface, something powerful is happening beneath. Roots are forming, strength is being built, and in the right season, what was hidden will emerge. Manifestation works the same way. When you align yourself with a vision, when you speak it, believe it, and hold it in your heart, you must let it grow in silence. The problem is that too many people plant their dreams and then dig them up with doubt. They keep checking, keep questioning, keep looking for immediate results. But true faith does not operate on human timelines. It moves in divine timing. And when something is truly yours, it will come to you at the appointed time. But silence is not just about waiting. It is about positioning. Silence is where clarity is found, where strength is built, where visions become reality. When a warrior prepares for battle, there is a moment of stillness before the fight begins. When an eagle prepares to strike, it does not flap its wings in panic. It waits for the perfect moment. This is the power of faith. It does not panic. It does not rush. It moves with certainty. Some people have not received what they desire because their spirit is too restless. They are too focused on controlling every detail, too distracted by what others are saying, too consumed with anxiety over whether things will work out. But faith requires stillness. When you truly believe, you stop forcing, stop striving, stop stressing. You step into a realm of confidence, where you know that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. And once you reach that level of certainty, the world around you begins to shift. But silence is not just a tool, it is a shield. Not everyone is meant to hear your vision. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Some people will speak doubt into what you are trying to build. Some people will question what you know to be true. That is why you must protect your faith in silence. Do not explain yourself to those who do not see what you see. Do not waste energy convincing those who cannot believe at your level. When a seed is buried, it is hidden for a reason, because it is in the process of becoming. You are in that same process. And when the time is right, what was once unseen will be undeniable. When you embrace the power of silence, you step into unshakable faith. You stop chasing, stop doubting, stop striving. You align, you believe. And when faith is unshakable, manifestation is inevitable.